What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Oh, shit! I'm on YouTube Live right now. Uh-oh, that's not good. Just kidding, guys. What's up? What's up? It is Crypto Bobby. Hope you are having a good one there. Just watching a little bit of some Ivan Drago there, as well as my good friends over at the old conference. So just hanging out, getting jacked up to go live, have a good time. Hopefully you saw that. If not, if you're watching it on a repeat, what's going on, guys? What is up? Just adjusting these comments here because I was so excited that I forgot to even do that. There's nothing better on planet Earth than that video to get you jacked up to go into it and to really crush life, because no, life is not any different than it was before. We got loans. Just kidding. What is up, guys? What is up? It is Crypto Bobby, and want to pop into the conversation today. Obviously, answer any of the questions that you have as far as what's gone on in the market overall in the past day or so. So definitely want to talk about kind of everything that's been happening. What is up, Philippe, Daniel, Jezebel, Doug? What is up, Doug? David, Damon, Ray, Wayman. Help me get rich. I have $10 to my name. So I'll kick things off with that first question. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that, my man. Do I think small cap coins are done now with institutional money coming in? I think that's an interesting question. It is a really good question. And as institutional money comes into the cryptocurrency space, I think institutional money is primarily going to go into Bitcoin, potentially some places like Ethereum as well, and some of the other cryptocurrencies too. So definitely something that might depress the prices of the altcoins for some point in time. Pecan, pumpkin, or sweet potato? I'm a pumpkin pie guy. We'll go with that. So I think that depending upon what happens with the institutional money, it's primarily going to go into the larger capitalization coins. Corey, what up? Manitha, drink up, kid. I'm drinking water tonight. We're pre-Thanksgiving right now, so somebody before told me I was an alcoholic, so I'm cutting back. Top 5 coins get the institutional money. I would think that it's going to come down to the coins that actually are going to have custodianship. So CoinBase, custody. So this will be interesting. This is going to be kind of one of the potential players in the space. There are others as well, but Coinbase, custody, and these other cryptocurrencies, the ones that what is up at the gym? Throw out a few more reps there, kid. But so Coinbase, custody, and the other ones out there in the space. But this is going to be something where this is the type of thing that's going to be required for the institutional money to get into the game. And depending upon, I believe Coinbase is saying that they're going to open it up to other ERC20, or they're going to open it up to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other ERC20 tokens as well. So you can see here, multi-asset support, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and ERC20 tokens. I don't know what those are, but that type of thing is going to be really interesting to see how that progresses. Crypto Groovin, thanks, my man. Appreciate that. Is it possible to make it with under a $500 investment? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why it's not possible. You have to start somewhere, and it's tough because I think a lot of people like to point to the crazy gains that Bitcoin has had, where somebody bought 2 pizzas from Papa John's that are now worth millions and millions of dollars, and somebody bought whatever, and that's now worth friggin' billions of dollars with Bitcoin or whatever it might be. With getting started, you have to get started somewhere. If it's under $500, then that's fine. I would just recommend that you don't chase crazy gains. So just because you don't have a ton of money in the game doesn't mean that you should, if you have less than $500, don't try to go out and make $1 million just because you saw people in the past do that with Bitcoin. I think that's definitely an important consideration. And the tough thing about cryptocurrency, or not the tough thing, but it's investing in general, is the more money you have to play with, the more money you have at work, the better off that you can, the better off you'll be long term. That kind of is true for everything in life. Sakura, what is up? Appreciate that super chat very much. Thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. Taking a look at some of these questions. Just relax. What up, my homie? Green tea for me. Yeah, I just had a coffee at 8 o'clock at night Eastern time, so I'm feeling a little bit, which is why I kick things off. And guys, if you did miss the kickoff ceremony, it was really big. I gave a big pump up speech. What's up, Marco? Gave a big pump up speech for you guys. So if you missed that, when this gets compiled and recorded afterwards, you're gonna want to check out the first 30 seconds. Brad, what is going on? Happy almost Turkey Day to you as well. What are your thoughts on Chainlink for a long-term hold? I really like Chainlink. I ended up selling some for gain and then getting rid of some kind of at a break-even point. So let's pop over, take a look at Chainlink. It's probably pretty far down now, but I really like the way Chainlink is approaching things, and They've gotten crushed a little bit since they had that crazy nice spike after the ICO, went all the way up to $160 million market cap, like 50 cents or so. They're back down to below 16 cents. Hasn't shown a lot of an ability right now to pick up any type of steam. I think technically speaking, what Chainlink is trying to do, they're not the only ones trying to do it, but technically speaking, what Chainlink is trying to do is really interesting. It is very much a needed service in the crypto community. So I'd like to see Chainlink succeed. Will they succeed? I don't know. But I think as this continues to reduce in market capitalization, you're looking at a $54 million market cap right now. Could it go lower? Sure. But if it can kind of build up some steam, if it can get added to something like a Bitfinex or one of the larger exchanges outside of Binance, I think you might see a nice move. But they're a little bit farther out on their roadmap, which is what I think, and I've talked about it in the past a little bit. They're a little bit farther out on their roadmap, which has kind of reduced the need for the cryptocurrency right now. You reduce the utility, and it makes it a little bit tougher. Doug, I need to look back at where I got into Cardano. I don't remember exactly, but it was a few different days ago, so it was not that off. Probably about break even at this point in time. What is up? What is up? Taking a look at some of these questions here. What's the best growth privacy coin? That's something that I've tried to ask myself a bunch. I still haven't made a move in a privacy coin yet. Whether it's Monero, whether it's Zcash, whether it's Verge, whether it's Navcoin. I actually asked that question on Twitter pretty recently, and I got 50 different responses. I was like, hey, what's technically speaking the best privacy coin? Is it Monero? Is it Zcash? Is it something else? And I literally heard a different answer from every single person, basically. So it only further served to confuse me. But I do want to get into into a privacy token. I might just pop into Monero or Zcash. So that might be one of the first ones that I do. But we'll have to see how that goes. Coffee at 8 p.m. Yeah, I'm hoping I go to sleep. But I usually could drink a coffee and go to sleep now. It usually doesn't make that big of a deal for me. Black Moon Crypto in regards to institutional money. Black Moon Crypto's roadmap has been farther out, and I think that's hurt a lot of these, I think, fairly promising projects that have just gotten crushed because they haven't had the roadmap that is close enough down the pipeline. I still think that Black Moon is a legit project, but it's really just taken a dive from the ICO, like a lot of recently ICO'd cryptocurrencies have done. But some have done well, like somebody mentioned Power Ledger. Power Ledger's had a really nice move, although I haven't. Let's take a look at what's up with Power Ledger in the past. So they looks like they've had a nice little recovery from their dip as well. So they dipped down pretty hard and a nice recovery. To be honest with you, I'm shocked at how well Power Ledger has done. I talked about it previously where I said I've had the opportunity to get into the Power Ledger, to get Power Ledger tokens for an ICO review, and I was just like, you know what, I don't think it's that great, and I wasn't that confident in it, and I didn't want to, I didn't want it to kind of go through that process, and it's crushed it, and I've lost out on 6, 7, 8 times gains, unfortunately. So, what hair products am I using? Whatever my barbershop has. So, dude, what's going on? Hinder there. Sorry if there's any lag. If Coinbase were to add another coin, what do you think it would be? I personally have no damn clue. The fact that in Coinbase custody here that they say ERC20 tokens kind of makes me think in some cases this is Coinbase custody. This isn't Coinbase, but the fact that they mention ERC20 tokens makes me believe that it might be an ERC20 token. That would be one that they'd be added. Also, they're pretty close. I mean, the San Francisco, Silicon Valley community out there is, I think, pretty close-knit. Part of me would guess that it's a crypto or company headquartered out of Silicon Valley. That would be something that I think would be probably fairly likely. And then to that point as well, I would say if anything outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin does get added to Coinbase, it is going to shoot through the damn roof. Shoot through the damn roof. Do I see great potential in Ethos? I think that's previously Bitcoins. I haven't done too much research. I've seen a lot of people pumping Bitcoins or Ethos, however you want to call it now. Yep, Ethos. Daniel Yim, take on Genesis Mining. So Genesis Mining, I'm not a big cloud mining guy at all. I think that with the ROI, for the most part, you're better off just throwing your money into. I think for the ROI, you're better off throwing your money directly into the cryptocurrency or buying the mining gear on your own. Personally, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people talk about the benefits of Genesis Mining and all that stuff, but it's pretty easy to go in and find anything from a mining profitability. I mean, all you got to do is type in mining profitability calculator. You can typically see how much profit you're going to make. And a lot of times it takes close to 9 to 12 months to make your money back. So after that, you're profitable for a year on a 2-year contract. But I don't know. I feel like with the way crypto has moved in the past, then I think you're better off just buying into it. But I know some people that have had good experiences and some people have, like it and they like the idea of mining. I think technically speaking, you're kind of better off in a lot of respects buying your own stuff and going through that process on your own. At least kind of myself, I'm a little bit nerdy in the case where I actually like setting up mining. I like setting up everything there. So what would you spend $500 on if that's all you had to start? I would probably do like $300 in Bitcoin and maybe $200 in an altcoin, whether that's Litecoin or Ethereum, or if you want to go really nuts and do a smaller cap crypto, then I personally would recommend going 50, 60, 70% into Bitcoin and then some of the others as well. And guys, as far as I try to get to as many questions as humanly possible as I go through this live stream. However, if you do have something that you absolutely must have answered, throw it in a super chat, and I definitely will answer it if it is in a super chat. But other than that, I try to get to as many of the questions as I can, and as many of the questions that I can actually add any value to. Because some things, some of the cryptos, unfortunately, sometimes you guys will ask me, and I just have no damn clue about them. So I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can, but what up, David? What's going on, my man? So pop over here. Enigma. I think Enigma is interesting. There's a lot of cryptos. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there kind of like this in some respects. The big thing, I think, is they need to get past the alpha phase, and they need to really get to beta or to an actual usable they need to get to an actual usable product. So I haven't had a chance to run Enigma to try it out, but if it has an alpha, that's great, but it really needs to, in a lot of cases, get to a beta that'll be a lot better. So Zcash 28% from all-time high, room to grow. We'll pop over to on-chain FX. I think that's or Zcash. There we go. Yep, 28% from all-time highs. 154 days ago. It's at what, 292 right now, down a couple percent today. I'm debating when I talked about privacy coins. I think I might go about 50% in Monero, maybe 50% in Zcash, just to see what happens there. But I like both. Technically speaking, I think I just need to download and start utilizing both softwares and get used to them and see which one I might like more, and then I can just put some more money into that besides the point. Am I long-term bullish on NEO versus Bitcoin? Let's see where we got Bitcoin here. So I as of now, I'm not. Corey, Manitha, don't hurt me like that, brother. Don't hurt me like that. The curse of the turtleneck. The curse of the turtleneck. But NEO, my long-term bullish on it. So I bought. I think I talked a little bit out. I've had two trades on. Manitha, and can definitely dive into that. But NEO, I sold my NEO recently at $42 after I bought it 32. So I sold at 42 after and then moved my NEO profits recently into Cardano, which has turned out all right so far. And I'll look for a reentry point on NEO, but I think it was kind of driven up by a bunch of BS news that wasn't really much in reality, and then it was also driven down by FUD or other news or whatever you want to call it. So that's what I've looked at. Mark, I appreciate that super chat very much, my man. We'll take a look at cost here. Thoughts on a cost average NEO right now if I got into it for $41 a few days ago? Do I think it will go lower? Thanks for your time. BC Eagle, yeah, I didn't go to Boston College. I had a family member that went to Boston College, but I do love this shirt. I love any Under Armour shirts. They're comfortable as all hell. So you probably see me recording every damn video in an Under Armour shirt because they're just freaking comfortable and I love them. If you want to sponsor me, Under Armour, that's fine. I'll wear you in every crypto show. We'll work that out. So I think right now NEO is at $35. NEO seems to primarily be traded on news for the most part. If it can get some legit ICOs going on its platform, it's going to jack the price up pretty significantly. If it can, if anything happens with China, positively speaking, NEO's going to go through the damn roof. Like NEO, if China comes out and says something halfway positive about cryptocurrency after it's banned in September, then NEO's going to triple in price. Or if they can just kind of develop the platform further and improve upon things, because some people have said some fairly disparaging things about NEO recently, I think that the price will likely exceed that $41. But does it have room to go down lower? I don't think that's out of the question. Sasan, appreciate that. What are your thoughts on Walton? Let's take a look over at Walton Coin. Walton's another one like Power Ledger, where I looked at it initially and just wasn't that super impressed and didn't see a ton of reason for me personally to get into Walton Coin. And that was back in early September. on these YouTube live crypto happy hours where a lot of you guys in the comments were like, hey, Walton Coin's under 50 mil. It's less than $2. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And then Walton Coin went up to like $8. And I was sitting there like, I want to jump off a bridge because I'm an idiot. And everybody here was telling me to look at Walton Coin, to buy into Walton Coin. I didn't do anything. And then when it got to $8, yeah, what's up, Bobby? Then when it got to $8, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. It's probably going to pull back. And for the most part, it kind of has. It's been a slower, steadier pullback. But, you know, if you want to buy in now, if you want to dollar cost average your way in now, it might not be the worst idea. But a lot of these, it seems like, at least to me, there are cryptocurrencies that just get hot. These altcoins get hot. There's a ton of excitement behind them. There's a ton of people that like talking about it and want to move forward and want to buy them, and they get pumped to all hell like Walton did. And then once the profits start going back, and once you stop checking into your you stop checking into your Blockfolio and seeing Walton Coin up 5, 10, 15 freaking percent every single day, you start losing interest, and then it just goes down and down and down. So I've started to see that happen with a number of cryptocurrencies outside of just Walton. But if you bought in early, I think this is the type of thing where sometimes it just makes sense to take those profits and, you know, maybe consider moving back in or take some profits and not all profits. But what up, Christian? What's going on, my man? I mean, that's my overall thoughts. Is it an interesting concept? Yes. Do I think that RFID technology necessarily has to be put on the blockchain? Not necessarily. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think somebody said Box Mining went out there. He seems like a good dude. Yeah, he went to China to visit their office. I saw a little bit of that video, so I was curious to see what that looked like. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more research. But it's a lot of these cryptos. I mean, you guys know a lot of these cryptos are freaking moonshots. Like, they might pan out or they might turn out to be absolutely nothing. And I don't want to say this one's going to turn out to be absolutely nothing, but I think it's harder in some cases for some of these cryptos to have a specific use case that who knows. BSS, what is up, dude? Yeah, if BS44, if that was you who had the if that was you who gave me the tip to ban BitConnect ads on my YouTube channel, or ban ads from one individual person. If you guys get ads from anybody else on my channel, let me know. But I banned, I think, 3 or 4 people that are big in the I'm going to spend money on YouTube and spam your YouTube channel. So thank you very much, BSS, for the super chat and for the tip on how to prevent people from advertising on your YouTube channel, because I got tired of seeing that. I got tired of seeing that face on my YouTube channel. So looks like we're getting some lag here. So apologies if that is the case. I do for sure need at some point in time, I'm going to get myself a new laptop. We'll see what the heck is going on with this, though, why this is happening. Let me just see. Just trying to see if it's my crappy computer or if it's the internet, but I think it's my crappy computer. Yeah. I pay for good enough internet. I need a new laptop. That is what happens when your laptop overheats. Jesus. So, dude, what's going on? So let's see here. Any thoughts on Stealth Coin and then Crypterium? Let's see, Stealth Coin, pop over. Big Boss, appreciate that as well. So I don't know too much about proof of stake combined with Tor and the Tor browser, primary private currency. So it is another crypto out there that is trying to be that what's it called? Trying to be that privacy coin. There are numerous ones out there. I think there's only going to be one or two winners for the most part. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. I don't know too much about this one. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. Looks like a little bit of a pre-mine. I don't use Tor personally. I know, it's good for private transactions and all that type of stuff, and 20% annual proof of stake interest. I'll take a little bit more of a look. Yeah, I think when somebody mentioned I need to get myself a gaming computer or gaming laptop that just has a beefy GPU that I can use, and that'll probably do the trick. But I just hate the idea of spending $1,000 on a laptop when I could buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency, which at some point in time I should probably do, because if you guys are having issues streaming, then that's kind of not acceptable on my part. So I need to suck it up and not go through that process. But yeah. Crypterium, boom, boom, boom. So I don't know how Crypterium, Big Boss, I don't know how they might have lost your money, but that's crazy that they're using the notifications down here. That's like internet marketing 101. Jesus. That's nuts. So that's literally like internet marketing trick 101. Oh, social proof. People are buying. You need to buy too. I need to do a little bit more research. Quite frankly, I haven't gone through the entire process of checking out Crypterium. So I need to see. I don't know how they might have lost your money, man. If you sent it to the wrong address, if they got hacked, whatever it might be, then that's something else. Buy a MacBook, only $3,000. Am I still supportive of Civic? Yeah, for the time being. I think in some cases I probably held on to Civic too long, to be honest with you. But I don't know now if it's worth selling for the gains or not, for the capital gains, or if I should just hold on. But Civic has, I bought Civic at 10 cents. It's at 31 cents right now, but it's been at 31 cents it's been above 31 cents, 30 cents for a while. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm debating whether or not it's still worth holding on to long term, but I do think it's one of the legit projects that is actually, I know people that are interviewing at Civic. I know they're hiring. I know they're kind of doing the whole 9 yards as far as just being an intelligent, real business. And I like that about them. But unfortunately, in a lot of cases, being a real business doesn't necessarily translate to like doing well in the crypto markets. You could be the best business, you could be actually profitable, you could be making money, you could be doing whatever. Doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be crushing it. Ben Davies, appreciate that. So, dude, what's up, Chris? Appreciate the email. The JP Morgan of crypto banks, yeah. JP Morgan might be sending a cease and desist letter that way as well. Sweet. So XRP will pop over into Coinigy. A little XRP action. Let's see what's up. We'll go to a little Bitfinex. Just for the trade pairing. Even though everybody loves to not... where are we at? So since June, Ripple has been, for the most part, trading sideways, if not down a little bit. since June, whereas a lot of other cryptos out there have gone up and up. Are they a legit business? Yes. I do have the question of whether or not banks could just build a Ripple technology on their own, or a Ripple competitor on their own. I don't know if anybody saw, they hired Ben Lawsky today, who's the guy who put in the New York Bit license, who some people like in the crypto world, some people absolutely hate, because he put in a ton of regulations in New York and kind of gave very much a frame model, and now he's consulting in the blockchain space after he was the one that started all those regulations. If you ever watch Banking on Bitcoin, he was featured pretty prominently in that. CME announcement coming December 10th, 11th. Does that have an impact on the higher price of Bitcoin? It could potentially. It could also lower the potential price of Bitcoin if a lot of people tend to short that. So thank you for the super chat. I'll get to that in a second. So somebody mentioned, since your crypto journey, have you been scammed or hacked? I'm actually going to put together, I think, a video tomorrow just about how to avoid getting scammed in the crypto world, and go through a number of different ways that people scam people in the crypto world. I'm trying to make a video that's just helpful for newbies so that they don't get their faces ripped off by some BS scam, whether it's a video advertising about how I earn Bitcoin and don't invest in Bitcoin, or clicking on a Google ad to take you to myetherwallet.io or something like that instead of myetherwallet.com, or not using two-factor authentication. So I want to talk about how to avoid getting scammed in crypto, and I think that's definitely something to be considered with. Jay Adams, appreciate the super chat, my man. Thoughts on TenX, big TV spot in Germany. So TenX is, I'm a fan of TenX. I think that they are another legit business in the crypto world, but recently it hasn't necessarily translated to like a big time move for them. I mean, if you're looking at the all-time charts for TenX, they had a really nice... They were kind of traded sideways after the ICO for about a month, and then they absolutely went through the damn roof all the way up to $6, close to over $600 million in market cap, and have basically gone downhill since then. A little pump previously, and that's also since settled off as well. So I'm a fan of TenX, but it comes down to how much people and individuals and investors actually value legit companies, and how much they're just chasing profits. And I think right now people are quite frankly chasing profits, and they don't really care too much about, in a lot of cases, don't really care too much about the company or what they're trying to do. Some people do care about TenX, but a lot of people don't. They just want to make money off of it, or make money off of something else. If cryptos are so secure, then how come there's still hacking incidents? It comes down to centralization. If the blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain has never been hacked, but Mt. Gox has been hacked. That's a centralized exchange. BTCE or Bitfinex, that's been hacked. Tether has been hacked. The actual blockchain of Bitcoin and the blockchain of a lot of these cryptocurrencies hasn't been hacked, but centralized aspects of those cryptocurrencies have been hacked, and then that cryptocurrency is stolen. So looking here. Chica, what is up, my dude? So your thoughts on Bitfinex being right on Tether. So I'll pop this up on Twitter. What do we got, my man? It's funny that Bitfinex comes up before... So it's funny that Bitfinex comes up before Bitfinex on Twitter. But if you guys don't follow this dude, I should probably just follow him actually as well. But if you don't follow this dude, he's basically, or woman, or whoever it is, or individuals, it's basically a person that's on a one-man mission to inform individuals about potential fraud at Bitfinex and at Tether. And Tether got hacked, lost $30 million 2 days ago, dropped the price of Bitcoin the other day. And so Bitfinex has been all over this stuff. I think it's something that is definitely worth taking a look at. and I talked about it in today's video, typically where there's smoke, there's fire. And if every day there's something new, or every week there's something new about, Bitfinex not being great, this, that, the other, then it's something that, you want to consider, you want to look at. So two people mentioned BitConnect and USI Tech. I would not, for me personally, not a fan of either of them. Anything that promises guaranteed returns, or a specified, if they say it's not guaranteed returns, but on average you get 1% return a day, that is typically unrealistic, especially if you consider 1% a day. If you start off with like $1,000 within like 3 years, the compounding interest reinvested is something that basically would make you a multimillionaire. So unless there are literally multimillionaires all around the place just from those, then you're in trouble. So if you want to put money into those platforms, great. That's good on you. They could last another month, they could last another week, they could last another 10 years. The only thing that really pisses me off is the people that literally go out of their way to advertise to newbies and act like that by the grace of God, this is the best opportunity of a lifetime, and you guys are so lucky that I'm telling you this, and click that referral link and join the team and blah, 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 and whatever, like that type of thing. Like if you know what you're doing and you know that this is not a sustainable business model, and maybe I can make some money in the short term and get my money out before it goes poof, then great. But the clowns that are paying money to advertise to people, the clowns that are paying money to advertise to people and suckering in, for the most part, inexperienced investors, people that don't have money to lose, that are probably going to be the ones that end up losing the money, and that sucks. And when it blows up, which it will at some point in time, it's going to reflect negatively on the cryptocurrency space. Is it going to make a big dent in the crypto world? No, I don't think so. But it'll just be another negative wire. But it'll just be another negative thing in the overall crypto world. So it pisses me off. It boils the blood when people try to. And I started to block. Somebody on the channel told me how to block those people from advertising on my YouTube channel, because that's all they do. But I hate that. And it's funny that now people are backtracking, being like, well, after months and months of people saying, oh, there's a trading bot and we're going to get rich, and of course it's legit, there's a trading bot. Now people are like, yeah, there's actually probably not a trading bot. It's like, oh, no shit, huh? No, really, Wade? There's no trading bot? You're surprising me. You mean 1% a day doesn't just magically come out of anywhere? Brad, I've seen several attempts mentioning signing up for free airdrops lately by fake Twitter accounts, some for Chainlink, look real legit. Yeah, that's something. So I'm going to put together a video, like I said, probably tomorrow in the near future, just as far as protecting new people in the crypto space to potential scams and things that are going on, so that you guys can be as aware of what's happening, and hopefully not make any mistakes that'll cause you money in the long term, because that's no fun and it really discourages people. And there are a lot of unfortunately new crypto investors that don't have a ton of knowledge on the space, and it's really unfortunate when people take advantage of them. Taking a look. Are you looking at any cryptocurrencies that are under $10 million in market cap? For me personally, I typically stay away from cryptos that are that small. They tend to worry me a little bit, just as far as how quickly they can go down. So for the most part, I usually stay away from cryptos that are under. Usually my cap is like 15 million in market cap is kind of what I look at. Awesome. Taking a few more questions here. Thank you very much for that super chat, John. I really do appreciate that very much so. Sorry I came in late. Do you like BitConnect? You're going to have to watch the replay. I can't go over it again and again. Sorry about that. Opinion on Power. I think it's a great hold. Power's had a big spike. Who knows if it'll continue upward on that movement and up on that trajectory. I don't know if it will, but it's been a fantastic ICO investment. If you got in on the ICO, that's been a fantastic move. And outside of that, folks,